All right, guys, make sure you are grinding these missions. You do not want to miss a single one of these global Dokkan campaign tickets. And here's why. So for those of you who don't know, although the majority of you probably do, and because of how good this is, I had to chuck my 10 pence in. It's just that good. Of course, for GDC, we are completing missions to get ourselves the global Dokkan tickets, the global tickets, these ones right here, the rainbow, the sign on it, everything. Now, the way these work is you will obtain global tickets that can be used in 2 types of summon events that will become available in the future, more than likely part 2. This is essentially replacing the 77 special summon we've had in prior years, and it's so much better. The first type consists of special summon events that require 50 tickets. You will get 100 in total, by the way. So you won't only have to do this once, you can do it twice, or do this version once and use your tickets elsewhere, but we'll get to that in a minute. Only a new character from either the Dokkan festivals or the legendary summon carnivals will be the featured character, and the character summon rate will be increased. So the way this will most likely work is, for example, from part 1, you will have this special banner where you can use your GDC tickets that will only have the strength blue boys featured on that banner, and their summon rates will be increased to 44%, which is crazy considering, as I said, it will be the only featured unit there. So if you hop in, you pull back, and you get a typical featured unit summon animation, say you get a VB because they're an LR, that guarantees it. You've got that unit. There's no other unit you could possibly pull that animation will signal or trigger. You are getting those. The same can be said for the Carnival LR Rose and Zamasu banner. They will have their own banner with just that unit featured on, where they'll have the increased rates of 44%. And the same applies to both of the part 2 banners. Of course, we know we're getting an Omega, and whoever the part 2 Carnival LR will be, more than likely an SSJ4 Gogeta in some shape or form, or the 2 SSJ4s, Goku and Vegeta, will have 4 separate banners where you can choose. So whichever unit you most desperately want, or one you're missing, that is where you want to do this big special 50 ticket summon on. The second type of summon we're going to get is where you can perform summons with 1 ticket or 10 tickets, just like usual summon events. So again, as it says, just like usual, you're going to have basically a ticketed version of the standard banner that we have right now that you can spend stones on. And how to collect the tickets: a total of 100 global tickets can be obtained. So if you want to do 2 big 50 ticketed summons on 2 of the banners, or 1 if you so desperately want Rose and Zamasu, for example, you can do that. Or you can do 1 big 50 ticket summon and then use your tickets on the other banners, maybe if there's some more featured units you want to get. It's entirely up to you. I would just wait to see how all your stone summons go first before you decide to spend these. And 50 tickets alone can be obtained in part 1, so obviously in part 2 you could probably obtain the other 50. And the way you get these is upon first login, which of course we've all already done because GDC part 1 is well underway. You'll automatically get 7 tickets. You can get another 33 just from the special missions of part 1 alone, and then another 10 which would have taken you no effort at all, which all of you probably done by now unless you just haven't got round to it or you've been busy, is literally just by completing the EX missions, which there is only 1 you need to do and it requires no effort, and that would have got you another 10. Says where to use the global tickets: exclusive Dokkan Fest ticket summons and legendary summon carnival ticket summons will be available. There'll be 2 types of ticket summons this time, which we've already gone through. The ticket summons where you can use 50 tickets to perform a summon that allows you to recruit a character, an SSR character. There is only 1 featured character for each summon, and the character summon rate is 44%. Which is kind of crazy if you think about it. I know it's not quite half, it's not quite 50%. But only having, say, Rose and Zamasu featured on the banner with a 44% chance to pull them is still crazy, crazy work. But then if you decide to do the standard ticket summons where you use 1 or 10, the ticket summons where you can use a global ticket to perform a single summon and 10 global tickets to perform a multi. The 10th character of a multi-summon is guaranteed to be an SSR. Not guaranteed to be featured, like this one, with increased rates. This standard banner does not have increased rates, just an SSR. So it could be featured, it could be unfeatured, it could be something doo-doo, it could be something good. Just GSSR, like normal, essentially. Now, the way you can get all of these tickets, it's literally in the game for you, but we're going to go through them regardless, is literally all in here in the panel missions. And I'm telling you now, they take very little effort. So make sure you are doing all of these before they do end, which, I mean, the end date currently says 2038. I don't know if that's a bug or they're going to be there. But of course, the banner won't be there forever. So make sure you are grinding these and you don't miss a single ticket, because literally it takes no effort at all. You can literally get tickets purely by doing Turtle School's intensive training, which you should be doing daily as your login dailies anyway. Clear any event in the growth category 3 times, which you can essentially combine these together. Again, you should be grinding Turtle School intensive training anyway daily on the game, and just by doing that, you can get the tickets for doing it 3 times. Clear any Dokkan event. If you literally pulled the blue boys, you would have done this simultaneously. But again, if you haven't pulled the new units, just hop into any Dokkan event, slap auto on. There you go. There's your tickets. Perform the friend summon. Even if you don't need to do it, just do it. Because you're going to get the coins. You're going to get these keys, which are really useful as well for those really high link level rate events. And of course, more importantly, the tickets. Exchange global coins 2025 for a character and item. Literally by using the coins, which are going to give you valuable resources, gets you another 2. Use 10 growth keys. Even if you haven't done this, I did make a video saying that you should be doing this prior to GDC, which is using these keys on those really high link level events, which for the branded units is going to be handy. For the free-to-play Rose clones is going to be handy. Again, just by playing the game, you are getting these tickets. Use over 3 million Zenny. Super easy A's, easy A's. We should be getting those in a couple days as well. Reasons for you to be using your Zenny. If you still need to use more, just go in the barbershop and use it there. Use a support item and clear a stage. Literally just use a random basic one, like one of the energy looking drink ones. And there you go. That's it done. Or if you're struggling against Rose and Zamasu, which I definitely am, still haven't beat it, use an item in there. And there you go. Win any Extreme Z battle once. Literally, if you just grinded the Super Easy A for VB and Rose, that's done and dusted simultaneously while you're doing their Super Easy A. The same can be said in a couple days, where we're most likely going to get information on the new Easy A's, and when they drop, you can do it there as well. You don't get any for completing all the missions on board 1, and then board 2, it's more of the same. Clear Transcendent Embodiment of Fury once. This is the free-to-play event, even if you're not bothered, which you should be, because those free-to-play Rose clones are very, very good. Probably the best free-to-play units we've ever gotten, which, by the way, there is a video coming on that. I'm just waiting for all their links to get to level 10, and then I'll drop it. So I apologize it's taking so long. Dokkan is being very stubborn. But even if you're not bothered by them, which, as I said, you should be, just do it once, and you've got yourself 2 tickets. Simple as that. And you don't, as I said, you really don't want to miss out. You definitely want all 100. Level up a specified character's super attack to level 10. This is where you're going to have to do a little bit of grinding, which is pretty much grind this event here to get the copies, to get the Rose clones to SA level 10. I mean, technically, you don't even actually have to do that. You could use Kai's, but why waste premium resources when you could just grind the super attack level for free? Activate 100% of the specified character's hidden potential. Again, it's the Rose clone, so as I said, you're going to have to grind it just a little bit. All of these other missions so far, you should be doing simultaneously just by playing the game, and they take literally little effort to do. This one's going to take a little bit more, and again, it just won't take you long to do. So get it done. Get it done. You want these tickets, I'm telling you. Clear Stage 1 of Special Battle 2025. That is the new hardest event. The first stage, all you have to do is clear it once. It doesn't matter what difficulty. It literally says here on any difficulty. So don't worry about clearing it on the hardest. I know it is a struggle right now. It's a very difficult event. Literally, stage 1 on the easiest difficulty, it's a walk in the park. You'll be fine. Clear phase 1 of stage 10 in Divine Wrath and Mortal Will, which is one of the boss rush versions of the event, which I didn't find too difficult to do. You know, if you're not trying to do missions, if you specifically just, I mean, you don't even actually have to clear it. you just clear phase 1, which is defeat Goku Black. So even if you just hop in, beat Goku Black and die, you've got the tickets. You don't even have to beat it. So even less effort. But naturally, you can do this simultaneously by clearing stage 10 of the new boss rush version of Divine Wrath and Mortal Will, which if you don't do it during the mission, which obviously you will do, if you haven't done the mission, should I say, you can just hop in with one of your strongest teams and do it that way. But as I said, you don't even need to beat the event. And then the only 2 missions you can't do yet is this one here and this one here, which will give you the final 5 tickets to get the full 50 for part 1, which we currently don't know what these are. We'll probably get these in a few days time or so when we do get the news and also reveal for the EZAs, which I still believe will be the in LR Fusion Zamasu. How could you not? It just makes sense. It fits perfectly. And also the LR Vegeta and Trunks, which again, in my opinion, and I think a lot of you guys' opinion, just fits perfectly with not only the theme, but also because, of course, in Vegeta's kit with the Strength Blue Boys, he buffs Trunks units. Funny thing is, there's no Trunks for him to currently buff. So I do think those 2, even though they're not guaranteed, feel like they're guaranteed in a way. But most likely, when we get all that new content is when these final 2 missions will probably be added. And that will be all the part 1 missions giving you your first 50. Remember, the banner probably, or the banners, the ticketed banners, most likely will be dropped during part 2. That is usually when they drop them, when they release the rest of the missions, and then the banners come with. And then, of course, it's entirely up to you where you spend your tickets and how you spend them. But I'm telling you right now, your best place to put these will definitely be on the special version where you spend 50 tickets. You cannot pass up on a banner that just has one of the brand new LRs featured with a 44% rate. I mean, if you got lucky and pulled all of them or the majority of them, then by all means, do what you want. Or maybe if there's some units you can get some use out of on the normal ticket summons, then by all means, go for it. It's entirely up to you what you do. Dokkan's a single player game. But if you're missing even one of these LRs, it is worth dropping the 50 tickets on a banner where only the unit you are after, one of these brand new shiny LRs, is featured with increased rates of up to 44%. That's almost half a chance, almost a coin flip chance. We talk about a lot of those when it comes to dodge units for you to pull the new unit. So definitely use your tickets there rather than the standard ones. But again, I said it's entirely up to you, but just make sure you are grinding these. I said they take very little effort to get. You don't want to miss out on any of these tickets, especially when you can have a chance at pulling the brand new unit by itself with increased rates of up to 44%. But that's going to wrap up this video. I'll see you in the next one. Take care, have a great day, and peace.